So I think by now most of you will have seen that the new set will be coming out next week on May 29th, and it will be Extradimensional Crisis, including Ultra Beasts. Now, I myself am not very familiar with Ultra Beasts, so I will be surprised as what this set includes, but let's have a look at the cards and see if they are any good. This is the A set, so there will also be a new ranked season, obviously, and it includes at least the first Dragon type EX card, as it says here. It is a Ultra Necrozma EX, which has the tag Ultra Beast. Now, a lot of the new Pokemon in this set have the tag Ultra Beast, so I'm sure there are some supporter cards or item cards that will have to do with Ultra Beast. I'm not really sure how that works, but I guess we will find out. Not a lot of support cards have been revealed yet, so we'll have to wait and see what kind of support cards we are gonna get. Now, this guy has a very interesting attack. It has shoegaze, which is, by the way, a music genre, and this attack is discard the top 5 cards of each player's deck. So if you have this attack very early on, or at least semi-early on, you could fully disrupt any guy's deck. So this card is going to be very interesting to see how it plays out. Now let's look at this Buzzwole. It has 2 attacks. One is just a basic punch attack, it deals 30 damage. And the other one is deals 120 damage during your next turn. This Pokemon can't use Big Beat. So when I look at this card, I don't really see a very strong card here, since it requires 3 energy for 120 damage, and you can't even use the same attack again the next turn, so I'm not sure what its uses will be, but who knows. Maybe we'll find out there is some kind of support card that will actually be very good with this. We'll have to wait and see. So next up there is the Nihilego. This is a normal card, a basic card, and it has one ability which reads more poison. Your opponent's active Pokemon takes plus 10 damage from your poison, from being poisoned. Okay, if the enemy is poisoned, it will take 20 damage instead of the regular 10. Basically like being on fire. And then Nihilego also has a regular attack which reads New Wave, deals 30 damage. Your opponent's active is now poisoned. So basically this kind of plays on itself, and it deals 30 damage and then deals basically 20 poison damage. Kind of like the fire cards that use burn to do 20 damage. Alright, then we have Guzzlord, and this card looks very interesting and very annoying to play against. This guy has the attack Grindcore, also a music genre, deals 30 damage, flip a coin until you get tails. For each heads, discard a random energy from your opponent's active Pokemon. This is basically Rocket Grunt in a attack. It only requires 2 energy. This feels very overpowered. I'm not sure how this is balanced, but alright, we'll see. I don't know. This seems like a very powerful card, especially with Darkrai already being very strong as well. Plus, it has 2 neutral energies, so you can run this with like a Giratina Darkrai maybe. I don't know, this looks very strong. And then he also has Tyrannical Hole, which deals 120. It's just a basic 120 damage. But I don't think this card is going to be exclusively used in dark type decks. I think there is some decks that are going to be very annoying to play against with this card included. So yeah, already looking forward to the next meta, but not really. And then we have the next one, which is Celesteela, and it has an ability, Ultra Thrusters. Once during your turn, you may switch your active Ultra Beast with one of your benched Ultra Beasts. So this is basically just a swap around, easy free swap, and it doesn't have to be in the active, just an active Ultra Beast. So let's say the Gust Lord is actually in your active. It has a retreat cost of 4, which is a lot. So your Celesteela, if it was on your bench, you could use its ability to retreat your Gust Lord for basically free and swap it with one of your other Ultra Beasts, or maybe even with the Celesteela actually. Then it has 1 attack, deals 100 damage, flips a coin. If tails, this attack does nothing. So that is a little bit of a coin flip, literally. It either does 100 damage or it does nothing. Could be very good, especially because of this ability, but not sure how much play it will get. Maybe it will get a lot of play, because if you look at the Gust Lord, it has a retreat cost of 4, and that does look like a very strong card, so I would expect people to play it with that. And then we move on to Circuitry. Another Ultra Beast, a electric type, deals 60 damage. Your opponent's active is now confused. Very basic, very standard. Seems a little bit of a expensive move to use with the 3 energies, but yeah, it's a basic Pokemon. Then we have Kartana, which is also a very basic guy. It has the move Thrash Metal, which is also a music genre, just like Electronica is, by the way, and probably Moonbaton as well, but I don't know for sure. You can see a theme here, but Kartana deals 40 damage only, so yeah, just a very basic standard grass type. And then we have another grass type, which is Pheromosa. It has Jump Loose, which deals 20 damage. This attack also does 20 damage to one of your opponent's bench Pokemon. Now I'm guessing you can choose which one it will deal damage to, but we'll have to wait and see. If you can choose, then it might be very good, because sniping with any Pokemon seems to be pretty popular and good. See, for example, Greninja and also Crobat and all that stuff. So, alright. The next guy is Naganadel. Never heard of it before, but alright. It has the attack Electro House. It is also a stage 1. It deals 40 damage. Your opponent's active is now confused. So basically a kind of better version of what we saw earlier, which is the Circuitry. Only requires 1 energy instead of 3. But it is a stage 1, so you will have to evolve it first. Looks pretty strong actually in any dark type deck. And then we have Stakataka, or however you pronounce it, which has 1 attack, Brass Rock, deals 40 damage during your opponent's next turn. This Pokemon takes minus 20 from attacks. So yeah, we have seen the takes less damage in Pokemon before. Doesn't really get much play, so I don't expect this one to get a lot of play. Might get a little bit of play combining it with Solgaleo perhaps, instead of maybe the what did we see before, the Skarmory, but we'll have to see. Could be useful, could not be useful, we'll see. Then we have this really cool full art, and the Pokemon is Blasphalon, which has 1 attack as well, Beat Punk, deals 130 damage, so that is quite a lot. However, this Pokemon also does 70 damage to itself, and it only has 100 HP. So doing 70 damage to yourself while only having 100 HP seems like a little bit of an excessive thing. Now it is a basic Pokemon only, so the opponent will only get 1 point, but yeah, not sure if it is any good here. Then we have Tapu Koko, first EX, and it does 2 things. One is deals 20 damage, take a Lightning Bolt energy from your energy zone and attaches to this Pokemon, so that's pretty good to ramp up pretty quickly. And Mach Bolt, which deals 90 damage. So basically this is a Pikachu EX without needing the basic Pokemon on your bench. pretty okay, actually. I think you can, if you are second, then you can put an energy on in the first turn. You will have 3 energies on your second turn, which is 90 damage guaranteed. And so, not too bad, actually. Then we have type Null, which has 1 attack, Quick Blow. It deals 20 plus damage. Flip a coin, if heads, it does 20 more damage. So 40 or 20 damage, depends on heads or tails. Pretty basic, pretty standard. We have another Alolan Diglett. It deals 40 damage, or it does 0 damage. So basically this guy, but a little bit worse, I would say. It has less health, and it has no guaranteed of 20 damage. It's just 0 or 40. So yeah, not sure if that's going to get a lot of play. But alright. Then we have Zeraora, which has an ability. The ability is Thunderclap Flash. At the end of your first turn, take a lightning energy from your energy zone and attach it to this Pokemon. So at the end of your first turn, it only says first turn, right? So it is only the first one, so then I guess on your second turn you're guaranteed 50 damage. However, since it's only the first turn, that doesn't seem too good. So we'll have to see how that works exactly. Then we have Shinotic, which has the ability Illuminate. Once during your turn, you may put a random Pokemon from your deck into your hand. Pretty good, I would say. Especially it being also a neutral energy attack. I think this will get a lot of play, actually. So that seems very overpowered. It also doesn't have to be in the active spot. So, yeah, keep an eye out on this card. I think it's gonna get a lot of play. Only has 1 attack, which deals 40 damage. Not a lot, but still think it's a very useful card. Then we have this very cute full art of Rowlet, which also has only 1 attack, Fury attack. It deals 10 times damage. Flip a coin 3 times. The attack does 10 damage for each heads. So maximum of 30, and probably like an average or 15-ish attack. Obviously you can't get 15, but either 10 or 20 would most likely be what the likely outcome is. Then we have the Ultra Necrozma again, and lastly we have Poipole, which has a 2-step, also related to music. If you are into hardcore and that kind of stuff, 2-stepping, very fun. Deals 20 times damage, flips 2 coins. This attack does 20 damage for each heads. Very basic. Another, either you get 20, 0, or 40 damage. So yeah, it looks quite interesting. There is a lot of very basic cards, I would say, which might not get a lot of play because there is already a lot of basic cards in the game. But also some interesting stuff like this. Shinotic, I think, is going to be pretty good. And also the... which one was it again? The Ghost Lord will be probably played a lot. I think it's pretty good. And same for the Celesteela. I think those are actually pretty good cards, which are going to see a lot of play. So let me know what you think of the new cards in the comments below. And... yeah, see you next time.